Seth. Let's go, guys. Nice work, nice work. That's it, nice and steady, nice and steady. Good, guys, good girl. There you go, guys, let's go, let's go. Well, that's gonna be insane for him.
That's huge.
Get Brittany. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while. I've been pretty busy. I had a goal of getting to like 100 subscribers, finally made it there, and then I couldn't even post a video. So unfortunately, yeah, time management maybe, I don't know what it was, what it's been, but I've been doing a lot. I kind of go over all that really quick, and then I'll go into kind of what this video is about, which is how Seth James DeMoor kind of won Pikes Peak, and I'm going to break down maybe some things that I think personally contributed to his win in Pikes Peak. So, and we did go out and watch, as you guys saw, with that little bit of footage I had at the beginning. Just kind of playing around with my new camera actually, which I will also talk about again. But let me start, but kind of tell you guys what I've been doing for like the last couple of weeks. I've been hitting my pretty standard 100-mile weeks. Just got done with my rest week, so I had like 70 miles this last week. But before that, a couple of weeks, for 3 weeks, I was hitting about 100 miles. So that's what I've been doing in terms of running. But I've been doing a lot of videography stuff. So essentially I've been, you guys probably don't care too much about this, so I'm going to just breeze through all this stuff, but wedding videography stuff, trying to get into that a little bit. So I've been really working on that, and then I had a shoot wedding, and then I edited for like a week for that wedding because the editing takes forever. But yeah, essentially I got a new camera for that. It didn't come in before the wedding, which is unfortunate, but yeah, this is actually being shot on my brand new camera, so it's kind of nice. Here's what the picture profile looks like without grading. Okay, now here it is graded again. So it gives me a lot more range of what I can shoot, so a lot more dynamic range. I actually shot most of the clips from the beginning kind of sequence on this camera, but also my little Canon that I have. I'll probably do a gear tutorial or gear video pretty soon here once I find some more time. But yeah, I'm getting into a lot more videography stuff, so that's good. Hopefully I can make a career out of that. But still looking to be working in the running store maybe a little bit too until that really takes off. But we're gonna see where I'm working. I don't know. That's the big question. I'm trying to stay in run specialty. Haven't really heard much from Lakewood, so I guess I'm gonna move on to another store, see what's out there. And I think I've got an interview on Thursday. Keep you guys posted though. I'll be posting some more videos, and I'll go over that at the end of this video. All right, let's jump right in and kind of talk about why I think Seth did so well at the race. So if you look at his kind of splits and like the fastest times or whatever, he was he made it to the descent, killed it up to the descent, and then as he was coming down, he actually lost a lot of time to a lot of people. So he was not the fastest descender on the day, but he was crazy on the uphill. So let's start with going up Pikes Peak. So when you're going up Pikes Peak, As you guys saw, if you watched that beginning sequence or if you just skipped ahead, I'll kind of go over it really quick. But essentially those guys are pretty much, guys and gals are pretty much walking or doing like this little slow jog up that beginning portion, that really steep section that I was on the road. I don't know if you guys can see how steep it is, but it was steep. It was like, I don't know, like 12%, or I don't know much about much about grades, but massive grade. Those guys are pretty much going like walking speed, but they have that little shuffle if you guys notice. So what that is essentially is they're trying to save energy. They're not like, if you just went out all out with a full-on running stride, basically what's going to happen is you're just going to wear yourself out. It's going to take way too much strength because there's already a lot of strength needed to go up hills like that. So you're going to be using more and more. It's not efficient, not effective way to run, and you want a lot more up motion when you're going uphill. So when you're going, if you go back again, watch that video, you see them kind of bobbing up and down a little bit more. Like compare it to maybe the end where you see them running downhill. They're hardly bobbing like this. You're going to see them staying pretty level and just flying down the hills. But when they're going up hills, they have this weird, like more, you can just tell they got more vertical lift or vertical aspect to their running, more efficient. Because you're going uphill, you want to go up a little bit more too. So you want to go up and then over. So it's very simple if you think about it. I mean, when you're running, you're trying to go obviously like horizontally. You want that upward motion just a little bit, but then also this needs to be from experience as well. But you're also gonna want some horizontal. But as you go more uphill, you're gonna want more upward motion. As you go downhill, you're gonna want more horizontal. When I'm going downhill, I'm hardly trying to get any upward motion. I'm just trying to like get some good turnover in, because you already have, like, running is basically you flying through the air at some point. So no contact with the ground. So that's why you want that upward motion, so you don't have any contact with the ground. But when you're going downhill, it's super easy to get that, like to pretty much fly, as I'm saying, or as I would say. So it's pretty easy to do that, but when you're going uphill, you're gonna have to put a little bit more effort to get that vertical. It makes sense if you guys really think about it. I'm not gonna go too much more into this. I think we get it. All right, let's talk a little bit about Seth's training a little bit too. I mean, I haven't watched all of his vlog episodes and all that. Again, I don't have much time right now, but I've watched a good amount of them, and I understand kind of what he's doing and stuff recently this summer. So he's been doing a lot of like weight room stuff. That's going to gain a lot of strength. So you want good muscular strength, and you also want really good aerobic strength. So he's got both of those kind of working for him over his summer training and everything. He had a good amount of weight room. He was pushing the sleds. He actually goes over that in his Pike Peak video. And then he also was running up a lot of hills. So I mean, he was getting a lot of FKTs on top of peaks and stuff. So going up near 14ers or 14ers and just crushing those ascents up and pretty much racing up and then racing back down. So he's getting pretty much very specific training to Pikes Peak. If you're out there doing a lot of track work, a lot of road work, you're probably not going to do too well on Pikes Peak, because it's a totally different type of running. I mean, as we said, you have more vertical oscillation, might be a better word for it, when you're running up Pikes Peak. Plus, with trail racing, I feel like there's a huge technical component. I feel like it's actually over 50% of the race could be the technical component. You can get way ahead on the uphill, on the ascent of Pikes Peak, but then you can lose all the time on the descent if you're not a very good descender. Seth James DeMoor is a good descender, not the best out there, but he is a really good descender. So getting back on track, when we're talking about strength, you're still going to want that huge aerobic capacity. I think Seth is hitting around like just over 100 miles a week. So he has this huge aerobic engine, so he can go for that 3 hours and I think it was like 36 or 38 minutes. 36 minutes, I believe, something. But yeah, he can go for that long period of time because he has that nice aerobic engine. He's probably been working a lot of tempos, a lot of threshold stuff, longer climbs, going up 14ers and stuff. So he's going to work that strength. Now, you get to the top. Now, you're pretty tired, or you should be pretty tired if you're running the race correctly, from what I understand. Now you have the most important part of the race, in my opinion, which is going to be the descent. Seth wasn't the best descender, but he was a really good descender, and he was already killing it up the hill. So he already annihilated his competition up the hill, so now he had to descend. You could have been pretty tired too, because I mean, you're pretty worn out when you get to the top. From what I understand, talking to people, pretty wrecked, haven't run Pikes Peak yet, run a lot of trail racing. In my first race, I realized about halfway through the descent, so the uphill, I was with like these two pros on the uphill portion, flip around, the descent, I dropped back to like 8th, and I'm just getting annihilated by everybody. But by then, I had a little motivation to try to like get some prize money, so I almost caught 4th place, got 5th place, right behind him. Like literally, he turned back around, saw me before the finish line, and then sprinted a little bit to as I was coming up on him, really quick too. He beat me there, but I figured out about halfway through the race how to descend. You just gotta take risks. You gotta be confident. But again, I'm gonna be posting a video on this later this week, so you guys can kind of figure out how to descend. It's gonna be very technical. It's gonna have to take a whole video. I can't explain it all right now in this video. So stay tuned for that. I will kind of go over how to descend in that later video. If it's after the fact, it's gonna be up in the cards right above. But yeah, we'll kind of talk about that a little bit more, a little bit later. All right, so as you guys probably saw at the beginning of this video, this is actually at the end of the race, and they're just going, like all they got left. We're just trying to move the legs to tick them over. You can maybe see, I don't know if I put anybody there, who was pretty banged up, but I saw a couple people who just had blood running in their legs and everything. Let me say it this way. You probably should expect, or I would say there's like a 50% chance if you're running the race right, that you're gonna fall in Pike Peak. Like, talking to people, watching these, like, at least these upper level athletes, like they're moving so quick that you can't be afraid of it. You just gotta accept the fact that you might fall. It's gonna hurt a little bit. It's not gonna be the end of the world. That's how trail racing is. Again, I'll go over that again in my video later. But you see some of these top athletes that have fallen. My friend Ashton, who I've interviewed before in one of my other videos, put that in the cards right here. Because he runs like 120 mile weeks, crazy dude. But he ran in road shoes, and actually he fell twice. So he should have had trail shoes. I don't know what he was doing, but it was his first time ever running a trail race. So, and I think it's like his second marathon. I think he went 4:52 or something like that. So a pretty good time. Seth took it out, went out strong, and then downhill, lost some time to some major guys, but held them off. I think he was like a minute something ahead of the next guy, so killed it. He's been training really hard for it, been doing the sleds. But uphill running is going to be that physiological aspect that you're going to have to really work hard at. Really work hard at it in a like sequence. So you want to be hitting your hard weeks, a couple hard weeks, and then maybe taking an easy week every once in a while. But you got to be consistent with that physiological aspect. With the technical aspect, you can be less consistent. You still need to be somewhat consistent. With downhill running, you can kind of work on, like what I do with downhill or like trail running is I work it on in the summer. Like I don't like running on trails in the winter. I do it every once in a while. If you do run on the trails in the winter, wear some great spikes. I hate running the muddy trails though. It's just miserable. I'd rather run cross country and run like muddy grass and stuff. But yeah, that's the point. But yeah, if you're doing the technical aspect, you can kind of work on that. You want to definitely work on it before the race, but not like, maybe not the week before the race, but you're talking about a couple weeks before the race, you're definitely working on it. I would be working, like for example, Pike Peak just happened, so it was in August. I've been working on it all summer. If you're in like North America and stuff, just working on trail running all summer long. Like, in the spring, once everything starts to dry out a little bit, because Colorado can get pretty dry. Obviously, it's been super dry lately with all the fires. But hard to breathe. And just getting quality descents in, but also quality ascents in. So, descents and ascents. What Seth normally would do, he would go up, I believe, or at least with his FKTs. He'd go up like a big peak and then come down on tired legs too. That's another skill you're gonna have to work because your legs aren't gonna be as responsive when you're tired and you're exhausted. So you can't just go drive up to the top of a mountain like Pike Peak and then descend down. I mean, that's good maybe every once in a while, but I would actually work more on ascending first and then descending, maybe going at least halfway up and ascending, because you're probably not gonna run the whole full marathon all at once. It really depends on what you're doing. If you're doing like a workout, I would say keeping it probably about half the distance is probably going to be ideal. I'm not going to go over too much over half the distance. If you're just running it, you probably could just go the full distance for like a longer run during the week. But again, it beats you up, so it's all a balancing act. I'm not going to go too far into that. But all right, enough of that talk. Let's talk about my camera now. So basically, it's called the Sony A7 III, and they just came out with the Sony A7 S3, which is more of the video one. The S2 was discounted, but not really what I'm looking for. The A7 III is actually way better. Has a lot more options. Got it for wedding videography, essentially. I'm trying to get maybe into real estate videography as well. If you guys know anybody, just let me know in the comments below. That'd be awesome. Right now I'm doing real estate videography videos for free. I'm going to start charging for my wedding videography. But I'm pretty flexible on all that pricing right now. I can kind of work around things. So if you guys have anybody, just let me know in the comments below that you've got somebody. Drop maybe your Instagram handle so I can, or Facebook, or any way to contact you. I would not recommend putting your phone number or email in the comments below. Or just reach out to me actually over any of my social medias or whatever, or you can just drop your Instagram handle, Facebook. I would greatly appreciate it. For wedding videography, if you guys get me any referrals, I give you $100 if they actually have the wedding. So if I'm actually recording their wedding, you guys get $100 out of it. So you guys do benefit from that. If you guys want to check out my other channel, I'll link that in the end actually of the video, which is coming up pretty soon here. And if you guys want to catch that video on technical running and ascending, then definitely subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting it a little bit later this week. Today's Wednesday. Let's say, heck, I'll post it Saturday. By Saturday morning, the video will be up. So check again Saturday if you don't want to subscribe. But if you do want to subscribe, want to see more videos like this, then hit the subscribe button, the bell notification right next to it to get notified. And liking this video definitely helps out a ton as well. Greatly appreciate it for you guys sticking around. I really appreciate everybody who's gotten me up to 100 subscribers. Super excited for that. I was like 101 at one point and then dropped back down because I've been posting videos to 100, and who knows, by the time I post this video I might be at like 99, but hopefully it'll bump back up. But yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks, so I'm going to try to be a little more consistent about posting at least once a week. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to be posting that second video though for this week on Saturday. Alright, later guys.